So usually my videos start off with clips, but I forgot to record some important thoughts about this gun, so I'm adding this in as I'm editing. This AKM right here, this build, it's number 2 in the description. Number 3 is very similar, but it's just this version silenced. This is one of my favorite guns in the game at the moment, and I prefer to use this build over the M4. The reason why, because this gun just feels so good when you just want to send it. If you want to chow everyone, play super aggressive, don't care if you die, you're peeking everyone, you're getting into as many gunfights as you can. This thing is so fun. You can peek hallways and just mag dump. You can play super aggressive. Handling feels really good on this gun for some reason. It's at 62, which isn't anything insane, but it just feels so good when you're bunny hopping, drop shotting, jump peeking corners. It's just such a fun, aggressive gun to use, okay? Another thing about it that's really interesting, when we look at the damage right here, pretty wild. I mean, if I hit a thorax shot for 26, and then I look at the limb damage, 26, 26, every point of contact for the bullet does 26 within this range. And then the headshot multiplier, that's like a 1 point, that's almost a 2x headshot multiplier. So this is pretty nasty. And if we compare this to a gun that's very similar, like the CI-19, for example, this is a 30 meter range CI-19, pretty similar stats, right? When we look at this gun, the thorax hit is a 26, but then we can see the limb damage multiplier reduces it to a 23. The AKM does 26 everywhere. 26 equivalent for the chest and the limb is pretty insane. The AKM is a really good gun, and the only negatives about it, I lose a lot of close range engagements against good players with this gun, but it's okay because this isn't really a close range gun. Like the submachine gun should be out fragging me close range, but with the movement of this gun, you can hit some crazy drop shots and jump peaks with it. You may be able to outgun them as well close range. And the other thing is that since it is slower rate of fire at 600, you really need to be accurate. Like you don't have a lot of room for error with your sprays. And what I mean by that is, since it is lower rate of fire, you kind of need to hit every shot. And that's true for any gun in any game. The lower the rate of fire, the more accurate you need to be, the less margin for missing there is. Because if I'm going up against an M4 with an 800 rate of fire, for example, the time it takes for me to shoot one bullet, the M4 can probably shoot 2 or 3. So missing one bullet with my gun on the enemy can lead to my death. You get what I'm saying? So the lower rate of fire the gun is, the more accurate you need to be. But overall, this thing is so fun to use. Definitely give it a try. And I would say it's worth using your XP tokens on. Don't be mad at me if you do and you think the gun sucks and you're like, yo, Zen, your build's trash. I wasted XP tokens. I didn't force you to do it, okay? But if you have XP tokens lying around, I'd recommend getting this gun leveled up. It's rewarding as well. The gun has like a unique style to it. What I mean by that with the spray right here, it's just rewarding when you can get this gun locked in. It's not just a total laser. It has a little character and quirkiness to it. So there's kind of a skill ceiling within the gun and a learning curve. But once you get familiar with this thing, I think you guys are really going to enjoy this build. But yeah, let's just get into the clips. And like I said, some of the clips show how the gun can spray really well, and then some of the clips show the movement, the drop shotting, jump peeking, W keying corners, swinging, challenging everyone, all that aggressive stuff. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a fun one, the AKM. If you guys are looking for the loadouts and don't want to listen to the discussion, the loadouts are in the description, okay? Make sure you copy and paste all of them and import the code, the entire code, okay? No spaces. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about the AKM. This is a really cool gun in this game. All right, so the AKM, this gun is really cool. It's one of those guns where when someone kills me with it when they're using it, I'm like, respect, because not only is it an off-meta weapon, it's a bit difficult to use, and you can just do some crazy combinations with this thing. I think it has the most attachments out of any rifle in the game, potentially any weapon in the game. It's really crazy how you can spec this thing out for so many different playstyles, and that's what's cool about it. First things first, let's compare it to some similar assault rifles, okay? So just looking at the base stats, let's look at damage, range, and rate of fire, okay? 26, 30 meters, 600 rate of fire. So right there, the 26 damage and sub 700 RPM, that kind of puts it in like the heavy hitter type of assault rifle. Some similar weapons, CI-19. I did a video on this thing. A lot of you guys were saying I'm crazy for thinking it's not good at range, but I just personally don't like how the gun handles at range, but a lot of you guys love this thing. This is very similar because 26, 27, 700 rate of fire. Some other guns that are very similar to the AKM and kind of competitors with the AKM, the PTR 28, 30, 630, the G3 as well, 26, 40, 530. SCARs kind of, but not as much. The M7 is another really close competitor because 25, 40, 649. And then lastly, the AKS at 27, 30, and then a little slower fire rate at 533. So that's where the AKM falls in that heavy hitter category. Let's take a closer look at the AKM and some of the attachments that stand out for it. So here we are with the AKM, and the reason why I was saying earlier this gun is so cool is because you can spec it out in so many different ways. 6 barrels, that's pretty crazy. There's also 2 barrels that just do an overall net positive, no nerfs at all. As you can see, it helps every stat. There's no red. Depending on which barrel you're rocking, every grip available in the game for this gun as well. So if I throw on the Transcendent, for example, boom, I have the Resonant Ergo, the Bevel. So then we go into stocks. I mean, it has the PT3 Sacrifice stock. This is kind of a unique stock. Not every gun in the game has it. It's a really good stock though, because as you can see, it's just a net positive to everything. The PT1 Spec Ops, another really good stock. I think this is available on some other 7.62 or 5.45 style weapons. The AK-19 stock, this thing's pretty insane as well. It does a +6 to control, +4 to handling. It only hurts our stability by -2, and then it hurts accuracy, which on an AKM, I'm not going for a hip fire build really, so I'm fine with the accuracy nerf, but this stock's pretty nasty, and I think it's unique to the AKM. I don't think any other gun in the game has this. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. And then another really cool stock this gun has, the Cardinal Advanced. This is available on like the SMG45 and a few other guns, but very good. And then it just goes all the way down. You even have more unique stocks, this Skellington and Folding Stock and Polymer. I mean, and then these two also you can throw a cheek pad, not a cheek pad, but like a stock pad on. So there's some really cool, unique builds you can get with this gun, as well as a 70 mag, a 40 mag, and 30 mag. So you guys kind of get the point. You can really get crazy and unique with your builds on this gun, okay? So that's one thing that's super cool about it. Alright guys, so my AKM loadouts, first one in the description, I'm going to call it range. This is the range build. As we can see, 26 damage to 35 meters, 73 control, 54 handling, and I think the ADS time is about 327, so it's kind of slow, but that's just going to happen with the AKM. When you build it for range and control, handling is going to get nerfed, so it is a bit slower. There are definitely better guns to use as a laser range gun, but it's fun to use off-meta stuff, right? So that's my range build. My favorite is right here, this mid-30, really fun to use. It's like a strong, hard-hitting mid-range rifle, pretty standard, not silenced, and yeah, gets the job done in the mid-range. It's fun. And then the third build is going to be similar to the mid-30, basically identical, but the only thing that changes is going to be the barrel, and it's silenced. And then I have the different red dot on here just to switch it up. I wanted to do something different, the OPK or OKP7. This thing, it's like a chevron style reticle. Some of you guys may like this, some of you guys may not. Of course, just throw on whatever red dot you want, but yeah, this is going to be the build for that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments if there's a certain gun you want to see next. What do you guys think about the AKM? Mid, good, terrible? Let me know. Thanks for watching, guys.